We now call several cases.
Yes.
The defendant is Sindjin Trent Mallard. Was that you?
Yes, sir.
With Mr. West, your attorney and the state's attorney. Five cases. It's just one of those steps. See.
Yep.
Yes. Hold on, let me get them. Order. Just. All right, in the numerical sequence therein, we begin with 22-397-61. And it looks as though these are all these are second amended motions to revoke probation, except we have a new case, 24 CR 1681 burglary of a building.
That's correct.
Is that right? Oh. So for the record again, what are we going to do?
Your Honor, this is a case where in July of this year 25, we had a revocation. You continued him on probation. In September, he was arrested and locked up in Orange County, and has since then, was it
24.
24? Okay, yeah. I'm sorry, not 25. July 24, September 25, 24. He was locked up in Orange County. Has done his time over there, pled guilty, and did 10 months state jail. What was the offense over there?
Under
Controlled substance. And so since September of 24, he's been in custody, and we're just asking the court to give him time comparable to that. So we need to put these cases behind and be done, and then we can plea out the new case concurrently with that.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, we're requesting
Before I say something, go ahead.
the 2 years on all of them, the maximum, even on the new case as well. He owes restitution in 22-39761. Restitution was ordered in the amount of $8,683.09. In 0680, there was $17,700 that was ordered. In 0681, there was $2,000 that was ordered. And 0682, there was $2,633.34 that was ordered. And in the new case, it's approximately $3,706.59.
How much was paid?
I don't believe you said
Nothing?
anything.
What's the grand total?
Where'd you go? Don't know what you.
You may need to kind of add that up, huh? Do we have if you'll give us the numbers, we'll do it.
Okay.
37.
You have a calculator?
Okay, he owes
You have a calculator?
$683.
I'm sorry. Begin. In numericals
Okay.
sequence.
Around 37,000, but there's 8,683.09, and
Let's start off with 20. Is it 23 CR 680? Is that what I'm doing?
that's 17,700.
Yes.
Flat $17,700 and 680.
Yes, Your Honor.
681,
$2,000,
682,
$2,633.34. $2,633.34. Yes, ma'am.
and in
61.
the first one, 22-397-61. I missed that.
It's $8,683.09.
And then finally, we have a new case, correct, 24
Yes.
CR 1681. Is there any restitution on that?
Yes, Your Honor. It's $3,706.59.
All right, so did you get all of that?
Yes, sir.
You're around 41,000, something like that.
18, let's see, it's 19, 21, about 32.
That would be
About 34, 34,500. Anybody have a calculator? Just add it. Can y'all add that?
Should be the numbers I can do.
34,000. I'm sorry, $34,000, $22, and then it's like 20. What you said was cool, so.
No, it's going to be 34,000 and it's going to be a little over $34,000. I would place the number sensing state.
And I was even being in the running.
$34,722. Yeah. So these people are just out all that money. And he wants a package deal of 2 years for everything.
Well, that's the max.
Do I look at Santa Claus?
That's
You
The max you can receive, Your Honor.
maximum received.
got a new case.
That 2 years on that as well. I mean,
Now I can stack them. That one and the others. I think the people would want to know why not. Right? He hadn't paid a dime, and so he wants a package on this. He can commit all these offenses, but all these offenses doesn't have to pay back any loss, and he packages them. The question is, what message do we send? The message that we're sending here is, if you're going to commit a crime, commit a bunch of them. Commit a bunch of them, and you get them all wrapped up in one little package. If you get caught, and if you're held accountable, 6 is equivalent to 1.
well, Your Honor.
Isn't that the message?
Well,
Isn't that the message? Do you think that people think that's amusing? I don't think it. Victims do.
The other option is continue him on probation and see if you can make some payments between now and whatever set time in the future. And
Here's what I'm planning to do. Here's what I want to do. All these burglars on these motions, we'll put all that together. And 2 years on all of that to run concurrently. The other one, I'm putting him back on probation on the last one. And so he can pay $34,722 to these people. And that would be a case where he starts probation and hopefully he can do well. And if he doesn't, then this is a state jail felony, 2 over 5. And it runs with the probate, with the restitution. It's only right and fair. I don't understand we're not going to give a message. The more crimes you commit, the less you're held accountable. That defies logic. The people don't think that's reasonable. And y'all can do whatever you want, but But I'm not gonna, if y'all are going to do this, if you don't want to do it, we'll just deal with it separately and we'll hold a hearing on it. And then I guess these sentences can be stacked, can't they?
Not the revocations, they have to be all run concurrently because they're pled that way, but the new case can be stacked on top, yes.
It's only the right thing to do.
Was that for an official formal hearing then, or
What do you want to do?
Well,
Yeah, it's y'all's choice.
I don't know if, I don't think the state's offering probation on the new one, that's the problem. So, I can't.
He hasn't paid anything since 2023 on that, Your Honor. I don't see where he's somehow gonna then start paying on any other case.
Oh, no, but that's why we put him on probation for this other one. If he fails, he can go to prison, he can go to jail for another 2 years. It won't be stacked. It would run consecutive to these other things. If he does fine, he's fine. It pays it back. But if he doesn't, then you gotta have some hammer over it. And you can do it, you can do an additional 2 years on this last one. That's if you fail, but it's the right thing to do. You gotta pay these people back. You just can't come in and I'm not gonna be the poster child for that. If you're gonna commit one crime, commit 6 and we package them together. You have to be held accountable for each crime. Each person has a victim. Each person was a victim. Each person has their own worth and value and loss. You don't treat people like that. Like they're had by the dozens. That's not right. I'm not going to stand for that. What do you want to do? That's what we'll do. We'll get this
I
thing.
think we need to set it for a hearing next. I don't know if the state's going to agree to that, so we would, but I don't think the state would, so I think we just need to set it for.
What's wrong with the state's plan on that? You were going to put it all together, weren't you?
Yes. Well, we'll just, I mean, on the other one, Your Honor, if you want to, we'll, just end up trying it, I guess.
Why would we do that? Well, why not?
Because that can be stacked as well.
Why not? How else are we going to get money back for these people?
Well, I mean, I talked with the victims on these and they explained that you ain't gonna get blood out of a turnip and
Maybe.
this individual is gonna cost the county more money by placing him on probation and continuing to.
No, I thought the probationers paid for the fees. That's the way it's supposed to work. That's why the taxpayers don't get them.
How much is it?
They have to pay fees. And if he doesn't pay his fees and he could, then he gets revoked and goes 2 years.
I think we just set it for a hearing and let you make the decision. That way the states, they can stay with their position.
A hearing on what, John? The whole thing?
Yeah. On the revocation. I mean, if they're not wanting to offer probation for that, if they're not offering it, then we can't accept it. But we can ask you for it.
So nothing's been done today. I don't understand. I don't understand that. I mean, what's the state's plan?
Well, Your Honor,
I'm
I'm paid
confused.
$0 on the probation amount.
That's why he gets revoked, and we're going to add all of these to this new case and see what happens if he doesn't come through. Then he's got another 2 years.
He committed this new case while he was on probation.
Yes, sir.
For the other, and I feel like he's going to do the exact same thing when he gets on.
Well, then
Probation.
it would be it would run separately. It's not going to run concurrently with the other ones. It stands alone. He either rises or falls on his performance. And if he fails, then he gets another 2 years stacked on top of this collection of 2 years on this other one. That was, y'all had made that deal. That's what y'all are running that concurrent. What I'm trying to do is it's a win-win for everybody if he pays back. If he doesn't, then it's still a win-win for the state. If he fails, come back and it could be revoked and he could be sentenced to an additional 2 years if you don't pay. But it's a way for the people to get paid back.
I think, Your Honor, another option we have is that he can plead true to this revocation date. You can revoke him. That's completely on your terms completely. And then we can plead open to the new one. And that takes the state out of it completely. That way they don't have to, they can make an argument with.
Yeah, but I don't understand this, I don't understand why this doesn't make sense to the state to give the people opportunity. I mean, the probation or it sounds like y'all have resolved that as he's going to get revoked and he's going to serve 2 years. But then all of that $34,722, that's lost. That goes down the toilet. But that's not what I want. We add this, we apply it to the new case and give him a chance to pay back. If he fails, then he will get another 2 years. He could be subject to another 2 years state jail. And that, I think he's tired of staying in jail. Man, I think he might be motivated to do something here.
Yes, sir.
That helps you and the people. Well, I don't understand why not. That thing. I mean, isn't that a win-win for y'all? He'll pick up a fifth conviction, and he does his time. He goes back and tries to pay back. If he fails, then he's back before me, and I think he gets a sense of my feeling about all of this. I expect you to work and pay these people back, sir.
Yeah.
What do you think?
He's up to do that, but it's, I'll be play up and sign action.
You know, if I can get a second to do the paperwork, I can get that done.
All right. Okay, do we have agreements on the MTRPs?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's 2 years, so we're letting you decide on that. He's pleading true to it. I mean, it's up to 2 years.
Okay, but so what do we do about whatever I do? He has a right to appeal. I mean, practically, we know what's going to happen. I mean, he wouldn't, but still, there's no paperwork that reflects it. The parties don't think we need that. I mean,
Paperwork to do for it.
would be one document.
24.
No, wait a minute, it's not 4 documents, it's one on each case. Or it's just let you.
No, on the waiver. It depends on what you want to do. Does he waive appeal or not on those?
Do you want to appeal? these?
You know, he knows what he's going to
Yeah,
get.
you know, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't think he's
there's
gonna
been a
appeal.
handshake that I'm going to follow.
Right. We all know what's going to happen, and he's okay with that. It's part of the agreement. You can, do we need to do, is there a waiver? We can just do a handwritten waiver versus doing it all with tablets.
There's just nothing in the record that shows it.
I mean, it's still do whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, if he appealed it, it's all invalid anyway. It impacts him.
What do you want to do? Nothing?
I don't think he's all
All right.
appeal. I'm going to follow this.
So appeal.
If you do, then it's kind of all this is. Yeah, it'd be the worst thing you could possibly do.
Yeah, now I wanted.
But just
It's a bitch for that, so, yeah.
as something that reflects a memorialization of what's going on
Yeah,
here.
we believe he has enough time to cover it anyway. So with all his backing up and all that, so I don't think he wants to appeal it. He just wants to be done with it. He's a little bit. And then on the new case, he can't appeal because he signed his waiver of appeal. So
All right. Well, we're going to take up the 4 motions to revoke probation first, and then we will handle the new case.
yes.
And you are Sindjin Trent Mallard. And raise your right hand, sir. Do you solemnly swear or affirm any statement you make during these hearings will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? So lower your hand, sir. In (22) 39761 and 23 CR 680 and 23 CR 681 and 23 CR 682. Motions to revoke probation have been filed in your cases. Does the defendant waive formal readings of these? Can we proceed in submit?
Yes, sure.
And in 39761, 60 and 681, as well as 682. These motions to revoke probation, which are in 39761, 680, and 681, second amended motions to revoke probation, all filed on September 30th of 2025. And then the 23 CR 682 is a first amended motion standby. There's a second amended that was not that I just found.
Yes.
They're all second amended motions. They're all second amended motions to revoke probation that are dated September 30th, 2025. They similarly allege in each of these four cases that on August 7th, 2023, in this criminal district court, you were sentenced to 2 years in the state jail, and that was suspended, and you were placed on probation for 5 years in each case for theft of material, and this is metals in 22-39761, in 680 burglary of a building, in 681 burglary of a building, and in 682 theft, the state jail felony. And again, you were placed on probation on August 7th, 2023 in each of these four cases. Is all of that true and correct? What I'm going to do is just use one that should reflect the new case.
That's what I was going to suggest, Your Honor. Yes.
If it's in there. Burglary and it's not in there.
That one.
God bless it.
So, which, and all of it is one of them.
Is not in these. These are all non-substantive allegations.
Let's take one of the most recent, administrative violations, because I think
All
we're
right.
ready here.
Then try this one.
Yeah.
In allegation 7, in each of these four motions, amended motions to revoke probation, number 7 similarly alleges that you failed to report to the Jefferson County Probation Office for the months of August, September, October, December of 2024, and January, February, March, April, and May of 2025 in violation of your probation order condition 4, which requires you to report monthly as directed. Is that, are those allegations all true and correct as they are alleged? So are you pleading true to those allegations, the same ones, number 7 in each case, true and truly and correctly, and because it is an accurate allegation?
Yes, sir.
So what happens is he absconded and you quit reporting. And then when were you arrested?
September 5th of 24.
You understand that one or more violations of probation proven true by a preponderance of the evidence or greater, that's all it takes to revoke your probation.
Yes, sir.
Your probation could be revoked, and you could be sentenced up to 2 years in the state jail, no less than 180 days, up to 2 years in the state jail. Knowing that, do you insist on pleading true nonetheless?
Yes, sir.
In each case.
Yes, sir. This is a lost person. I don't want to sit for this without. That one.
Is that enough for everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's also important.
There are other violations, but
Everything you can.
you understand the consequences that can apply This, you're voluntarily and knowingly made plea of true to absconding, that is not reporting for August of 2024 and each month through May of 2025, which is almost a year, a block of a year, is all that is required for this court to find by a preponderance of the evidence or greater it true, and that those allegations are true in each case, and that is enough to revoke your probation, sentence you up to 2 years, no less than 180 days, up to 2 years in the state jail. Do you understand that thoroughly?
Yes, sir.
And you insist on pleading true nonetheless?
Yes, sir.
I find you are pleading true voluntarily. You understand and appreciate the consequences of pleading true here. There's no written agreement. Okay, what do parties want to say?
You know, for the record, my client does waive his right to appeal. That on the record, that's an issue.
I'm gonna have that signed if you
That's
don't
all,
mind
that's no
here
problem, yeah.
later on.
Yeah.
We'll memorialize that with a signature, okay?
Yeah. But otherwise, we'd let the court decide the question in the case. We've got a deal worked out where in the new case he'd be getting probation, and we'll leave it up to the court to decide this punishment.
Okay.
General, we'd ask for the full 2 years on this. I believe he's probably almost got time served on it.
You know how much? Well, y'all know. You know.
Yes, yes.
14 months.
Almost been so. Oh, the prior.
He's got more than that. I think he's got 14 months now currently with now, but he's also got time for 4.
We didn't have.
And have a hole when he was in,
They didn't do, we didn't have the warrant on the NTRP until.
Until January, I think, is whenever y'all MTRP'd me. When I was in Orange County. Cause y'all MTRP'd me.
Well, that's,
I'm back with what I left.
well, that just doesn't make,
Until September. Okay.
that doesn't make sense because we filed motions to revoke probation in February of 24.
Good.
The beginning, then there was a second amended. I mean, a first amended, then there was a second amended. So something had to have been done on that first motion. So you should have been held.
Yes.
So that ought to be,
right, he gets other time.
September.
He's got a bunch of different periods, various periods of time that add. It's not one continuous period of time, but yes.
you understand that's going to have to be calculated, but you will be given credit for all time I logged you have served in accordance with this matter. Did you want to add anything, sir, on this? Anything else? Then I find there is sufficient evidence supporting these second amended motions to revoke probation in each of these 4 cases, to grant the motions by a preponderance of the evidence or greater in each case is allegation 7, failing to report to the probation office for a block of a year from August through May, August 24 through May of 25, and essentially the defendant absconded until he was finally arrested later on warrants because of the motions to revoke probation. And thus your probation is revoked in each of these cases. You were sentenced to 2 years in the state jail, probated for 5 years in each case. You are hereby sentenced to confinement in the state jail for 2 years on each case to run concurrently on each of these 4 cases. Do you understand what has happened today? Then I have a new case, 24 CR 1681. Does the defendant waive a formal reading of this? Can we proceed in summary?
Yes, sure, please.
In summary, Mr. Mallard, this indictment alleges that on or about February 12th, 2024 in Jefferson County, Texas, you committed the state jail felony of burglary of a building. Do you understand what you're charged with here?
Yes, sir.
If convicted, you face no less than 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail. and a fine up to $10,000 can be assessed. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
This is similar to those other state jails in punishment. An agreement's been reached in your case where you would be pleading guilty, sentenced to 2 years in the state jail. That would be suspended. You would be placed on regular probation for 5 years. You would be ordered to pay restitution in the amount of $34,723. And this is in 2 cents. I had got a different figure on that, but it's right at that. I thought it was 34,722 and 93 cents. You're showing we're 9 cents off, but we're going to round that to $34,723.
Yes, sir.
Okay, is that agreeable
sir.
for everybody?
Change matters.
All right. There will be terms and conditions of probation which are normal and customary for this. If you fail, your probation could be revoked, just like that can happen. And then you could be sentenced to another 2 years, which just get these people taken care of. Do the right thing. It's just morally and legally the right thing to do, and it'll make you feel better. But these people need to get paid back. We're going to go into the record, each of the victims and how much they owe. Did you do that, Miss Nam? Okay, I'll go on. I think we had a calculation for each one that we'll read into the record. So again, Mr. Mallard, how do you plead to this indictment? Guilty or not guilty? Are you pleading guilty voluntarily and because you are guilty? Show you what's marked as State's Exhibit 1, John?
Yes.
Did you sign that document voluntarily, understand it, discuss it with your attorney, or the content fall through incorrect? Yes, sir. State's Exhibit 1 tendered into evidence.
No objection.
Without objection, it's submitted. Among other things, this states you are mentally competent to enter your guilty plea. It's freely and voluntarily made. You know what you've been charged with. The indictment's been go to you. You've read it. You were guilty of the crime charged and any lesser included offenses. You were giving up your rights to a jury trial and your rights to the appearance, confrontation, cross-examination of witnesses. You were totally satisfied with the representation provided by your lawyer. All true. It states so help you God. Yes, sir. States Exhibit 1, part of the record for all purposes. Pre-sentence report is way.
Yes, please.
I'm going to follow this agreement, if nothing further, and find that you are pleading guilty, sir, voluntarily. You are mentally competent to do so. You understand and appreciate the consequences of pleading guilty. There's sufficient evidence supporting your guilty plea. The State's Exhibit 1 admitted here to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. I find you guilty now beyond a reasonable doubt of a state jail felony of burglary of a building. I am following this agreement. You are hereby sentenced to confinement in the state jail for 2 years. That will be suspended. You are placed on regular probation for 5 years. You shall pay a restitution in the amount of $34,723. And it will be in the following way. It will be to stand on. $8,683 and 9 cents is ordered to the victim Norbert Romero. And that was from an earlier case, 39761. Additionally, restitution was
17,700, Your Honor, from 0680.
$17,700 to Samuel Massey IV.
Yes, Your Honor.
the complainant out of 680. And then an additional amount of restitution will be
Last time.
$2,000,
Yes,
right?
yes, Your Honor.
To
0681.
James Worthy from 23 CR 681. And
$2,633.34 from
$1,633.34
0682.
will be to Gordon Ricassa, RICOSSA, the complainant victim in cause number 23682. And then the only other one is, see this one
For this current case, Your Honor.
is Dale Rogers
Yes, sir.
in 1681 that you have pleaded guilty to, and that the other restitutions will be part of, and that's $3,706.59.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Which totals out to about $34,723. What I that. So your work is cut out. Do well on this, and it's the right thing to do. So pay these people back for their loss. So, do you understand what has happened today, sir?
Yes, sir.
Let's look at it.
Anything else to add, John?
Nothing less.
From probation?
Yeah.
Here's this one. Okay, we've got this, there we go. I think that's covered all that restitution, the way you're doing it. I think the right way to do it. Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much. John, anything else on this?
Not this one, Your Honor.
Fine, put it up here now. He didn't hurt this one. This time the same thing. I did it.
We're getting the wires cramps here. These are going to be all these additional terms of probation, which are the restitution matters. There's additional documents, but they're all of, for each of those cases where the restitution were unique and different, that we're putting together in a compilation for this last case to get the people paid back. That's what those additional papers on. What did I miss on that, John? Anything at all?
I think
Thank you.
I'm.
Oh, sorry.
I said,
What do we have left?
You started late.
Thank you.
I mean,